Alright, let's get this up, turn that off, and this. Alright, you sexy fucks, how you doing? It's Tuesday, much better than Monday. I thought about doing a fucking thing on Monday, but no. And then I thought about maybe not doing it today, but I was like, yeah, we'll do it today. Pretty fucking tired. Long night. Long few weeks. Been exercising a bit too hard the last couple of days, so I'm pretty sore. And late night too, so it didn't work out too well overall. Well, dude, oh, goddamn yellow light. Fuck. Alright. Yeah, so we got the show coming up the weekend. March 4th, I think it is. Yeah, March 4th. With Damage Incorporated, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Burn off some steam. So, yeah. Fucking just been dead tired these last few days. So, I'm training a new guy at work, and it's, you can imagine. Like, usually you'd think they would hire a guy who can at least has some, even the minimalist experience, which I'm sure there's at least one person out there. But I think they hired a buddy of one of the guys at that's already at work. And well, here's the thing. When I started at my job, yeah, I was totally green to the whole industry, whatever else, and that was fine. So, you know, you do the usual thing. You start them off as a laborer. Man, that's fucking really windy. Hold on, I'm gonna try and fix this. No, that didn't work. But anyway, start them off as a laborer and get them some sort of experience with, like, because we do like machining parts and shit like that, right? And, well, what I do is I run these fucking big old lasers that bond carbide. So, like, this is how I always describe it. You know how you get those little carbide tips on fucking screwdrivers and shit? It's supposed to be harder, whatever else. Well, it's a similar principle, but what they do is they bond carbide to, like, big parts, and, like, usually it's outer diameter, inner diameter of, like, you know, big old bearings or whatever else. And so that's mostly what I do is the inner diameter stuff. So there's two crucial things that you need to learn how to do. One is dial a part in on a fucking CNC, and two is be able to fucking measure the inner diameter of a part within, like, you know, thousandths of an inch, which sounds maybe a lot harder than it actually is. It's not that hard. Now, I've gone and showed him everything that I've been shown, and he's not getting it. It's been fucking almost a week, and he's not getting it. And it's always the same problems. He takes fucking nightmare amount of time to dial a part in, and he cannot get a fucking measurement to save his life. He's at least 20 or 30 thou off every time. So, needless to say, it's very mentally taxing to wait and watch it. Like, 'cause I'm trying to let him fucking, you know, figure it out. Like, I showed him all the key things that he needs to know and whatever else, and then kind of letting him go. And, like, I'm busy on the other machine doing things, so, because I usually run two machines myself. But I guess they're trying to train a guy for nights and whatever else. So, yeah. So I'm trying to show him the key points and let him figure it out. Because that's how I did it. That's how most people do it. And, like, I've even gone and, like, held his hands to try and, like, show him what you need to do. And it's not coming at all. So that's been a big part of my mental taxation. this is kind of gonna be just a random fucking whatever podcast, so because I'm too tired to fucking formulate thoughts. It's gonna be kind of scattered, but I got pretty well unanimously elected to be part of the condo board for our condo board because we're in a bunch of like townhouses and shit. It's not like apartment condos, but like condos nonetheless. And so so I haven't been allowed to go back to a meeting, not by other people, but by the wife, because the one meeting that I went to a few years ago, I wasn't a super dick, but like, I mean, I brought up points and I wasn't gonna back down on them. And well, I guess she doesn't really give a fuck as much anymore. She kind of realizes that's who I am. That's what I'm gonna fucking do. I'm gonna get my points across. So I go in yesterday and I got my points already, like, because they, gave us budgets and fucking all this shit. And so I go in, I'm all ready to fucking, whatever. And luckily enough, first point I was gonna bring up got brought up by someone else. Another point got brought up by someone else. Another point got brought up by someone else. And so I didn't have to play the big time asshole card, which I was prepared for, which was nice. But anyway, they were about to draw everything to a close because I guess it was getting a bit out of hand. I was like, wait. And then I brought up like 2 or 3 other things. And same kind of idea though, like I didn't back down on it. And things got a little bit heated and whatever else, but it was really funny to watch because like there's a realty guy, because there's like a corporation or whatever and there's a representative, so he's kind of been assigned our condo whatever. And a few times I look over and he's just like like, is this still going? Fuck. But anyway, so at the end of it, they were like, well, there's 4 people currently on the board. We have room for 7. Is there anyone else that wants to go on? I had to say yes 3 times before anyone acknowledged what I was, I had my arm way up in the air. And then finally, I guess they cast a vote. And it was, from what they said, it was pretty much unanimous that I got on, and then another younger guy got on as well. It seems like a cool guy. And then one of the guys who is like, he's kind of a keener. He's big on numbers and very particular over things and whatever else. So he goes over shit with a fine tooth comb. He's part of like Toastmasters or something, and like, whatever else. So yeah, he's a good guy to have there because he ended up bringing up a majority of the points throughout the night. Like, and he would even fucking bring up like spelling mistakes in the reports and all this shit. So he's a good guy to have there. I guess he took like 2 years off from it, and then he decided he wanted to come back in. So that's pretty good to have. But yeah, so now I'm part of the fucking condo board. So we'll see how that goes. Thing is, economy went to shit, and we were planning on being out of there a lot sooner. Low ended up, switching jobs, so there was a big hiatus there, and savings took a hit. And so yeah, we're gonna end up being stuck there for a while. Is that better? No, I don't know if that's any better. I think it's just windy. So yeah, we're gonna end up being stuck there for a lot longer than what we originally anticipated. So figured I might as well get in there and try to make shit better, right? It only makes sense because there's quite a few issues to go on there. But yeah. Anyway, that's enough rambling about that shit. What else? So got the show on the 4th, and then there's quite a break till the 1st. I don't think I can't remember if I updated or not on that. But the show on the 1st, all bands have jumped in. They added. Oh yeah, I did. I remember talking about another band. So it'll be us, Days Alone, Grounded Star, Breaking the Silent, and fuck, what was the other band called? Code Out or something like that. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but anyway, I don't know anything about them. The venue kind of added them to it. They were trying to change whatever, which was understandable to a point, I guess. Like, they were trying to change, like, basically bring in the whole ticket selling thing and whatever else and make it seem like we'd make more money, but we're not gonna get anyone to come out to fucking Spruce selling them tickets. So we're like, no, that doesn't really work for us. And luckily enough, most of the bands agreed. So that was good to get that straightened away. But so yeah, that show will be on the 1st at the Tracks in Spruce Grove, just like this other one, the Metallica Damage Incorporated. That'll be at the Tracks. And I know I keep going over all this shit. You guys, if you've watched any of these, you already know this shit. But so yeah, it's been a pretty lazy week. I want to get some more work on the recordings done, but I just haven't had the fucking juice. Just too tired. And let's be honest, I think a lot of it is due to this having to train a guy who just drains your energy. And he's not originally from here either. Like, I mean, he speaks okay English, but he speaks really quiet, and shop's not exactly super quiet, so it's kind of hard to hear him a lot of the time too. So you kind of do like, oh yeah, and you really have no idea what he said at all, which I don't know, it might be a little bit rude, but you know, hopefully it matches up with what he's saying or asking or whatever. But yeah, do what you can, right? Seems like a nice enough guy. I just, hard time hearing him. And fuck, I'm so tired. It's so sunny. At least it's supposed to get nice this weekend. That'll be sweet. Maybe get the kids outside for a bit. What else is there to talk about? Not a whole lot. Fuck, it seems really loud in here today. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I think it's just, it must just be windy. Like, whatever. Hopefully you guys can hear me. If not, I'll try to edit it a little bit so you can actually hear what the fuck I'm saying. We're working on getting artwork for shirts. That's something new. Been tossing around a few different ideas. Like, I mean, we got the artwork that I put together that's all over the internet and whatever else. Not sure if that's what you guys want to do for shirts or what, but I kind of think this, if you've seen it, it's like a circly one with the Days Alone image or font. That one's probably my favorite. Is like just an easy shirt to do. It looks pretty sweet. It's basic, so yeah, I think that might be one to consider at least. But I don't know. Will's talking about one of his buddies, Steve. I'm just gonna call him Steve. I'm not sure. I can't remember if that's his name or not. But one of his buddies doing artwork. But I'm not sure what exactly he's planning out. First, he kind of wants just to focus more on like the Three Skulls thing. But the original one I did, he wasn't a big fan of. The second one, he liked it a little bit more. But so we'll see how that goes. Trying to come up with ideas that actually mesh with everyone. It's not always the easiest. So there's that. Hopefully, we can stay on pace for the album to get out. Told you about everything there. I'm just going over stuff in my head that I might have forgotten to tell you guys about. If any of you guys had seen us, came out for our what's the fucking name of that place? Needles to Vinyl or something like that. There's a newer place in Edmonton. Very, very nice place. Apparently not managed the greatest. We had our Rock Slam thing there, which was basically, from almost just afternoon to like wee hours of the night. So there's like 10 or 15 bands and whatever else. And so I guess they stopped charging at the door halfway through the night because they didn't feel like there was enough people in, and they felt like they were losing business. And so we had to pay the price for it at the end of the day because they totally fucked Sash out of money, and they totally in turn fucked the bands out of money. Like Sasha was down like more than $1,000 by the time he was done like booking it all and getting the sound guy and all this shit. And it's just atrocious. So, but I think me and some of the band members from other bands, we're trying to figure something out to help Sash out, because that was fucked. Like, Sash is a good dude, and he always does his best for us and all the other bands. So we I don't know. You got any ideas? Like, we're kind of thinking maybe like throw together a show to help them out or something. I don't know. We're not fucking sure. It's very early spitball stages right now, but yeah, one of the nicer dudes in the music scene that you'll ever meet. Like, he appreciates people that are working hard to try and do something with music, and appreciates talent. So, like, if you're a decent, talented band and you're actually like willing to put in some effort, that's the guy to get in contact with. What else? I'll try the store thing again. Make sure the windows are up. There. Let's see how that goes. Fuck. What else? Mine is just not firing today. I don't really have a whole lot else to talk about, guys. Oh, trade deadline. Right. I knew I had something else. So, today was the fucking trade deadline for the NHL. And I'm sure most Flyers fans, did not expect anything at all. But we got something. So, we ended up losing Mark Streit, who is a good assistant captain. He's pretty long in the tooth right now. He always was a good defenseman, probably a good leader or whatever else. I don't know. I'm not in the fucking dressing room. But we got one of my favorite players from fucking Tampa for him, Valtteri Filppula. And, he's not having a great season, but it's just not working out for him this year. And frankly, it's not working out for Tampa anyway. So, the Stamkos injury kind of killed them. So, fucking poor Stamkos. Like, such a good player. He's got fucking just 2 devastating injuries so far, like in the last 3 or 4 years. I feel so bad for him. Like, he's one of my favorite players for sure, but guy cannot stay healthy. He's got the worst fucking luck, and his career is probably going to get cut short because of it. But so we got fucking Filppula, so I'm pretty stoked about that. I know a lot of people don't fucking see it as a good trade or whatever, but Streit's going to be probably gone at the end of the year. Like, he's 39, right? Like, he's not fucking Chris Chelios. He might stick around a little bit, but another year, but realistically, probably not. And, Filppula, he's not super, I don't know how old he is, but I don't think he's super old. And he's had a history of being a fucking decent scorer, which, God knows we need. And worst comes to worst, I think this is the last year of his deal anyway, so we might end up losing him to fucking Vegas or whoever. So, I like a lot of the Flyers team. They signed Neuwirth and Belmar again, so hopefully, for me, that means that they're going to fucking ditch out on Mason, because I think they're both UFAs at the end of the year. So, yeah. If you know anything about me, I don't trust right-handed goalies. Even though I got in a little bit of a Twitter war yesterday. Well, it wasn't much of a Twitter war, but I mentioned that on Twitter because they were talking about the Oilers taking Neuvirth. I was like, fuck, please just let them take Mason. I was like, I don't want to keep this guy around. Like, I mean, he has his hot streaks for sure, he does, and he's done good in little stretches. But my God, when he falls apart, he is a fucking train wreck. And yeah, we've had too much of that in Philly as goalies. Like, don't get me wrong, keep Neuvirth as a backup. Fuck, I don't know who we're gonna grab. Everyone's saying Stolarz is fucking ready to come up, but I don't think he is. And then there's that fucking Carter Hart who's still in the fucking pool back there, but I don't know, man. Like, Philly hasn't had a great goalie since fucking Czechmanic, and that was back, like, fuck, I think Kiprusoff was outlasting him. So, like, I mean, you know how long ago that was. I mean, there's guys that had little stretches just like fucking Mason did, but, you know, it's not, no, fucking Robert Esch and fucking, what's his face, Michael Layton and shit like that, and that fucking devastating goal in the finals against the Blackhawks. And, like, we need a good fucking goalie. And if there's one team I'm envious of, but I'm also happy about because I live here, it's Edmonton for fucking Talbot, because he is a goddamn savior. Like, he's played so many games this year. He has no backup support whatsoever. And I feel bad for him too. I feel bad for him too because, like, he's gonna burn himself out, right? Like, he's got a new fucking kid. Or kids, I can't remember. I think it's kid. Yeah, like he had a kid this year, and he's playing fucking like every fucking night. Fuck, man, he must just be bagged. But you know, hopefully they can get a good playoff run out of it, and he can get a bit of backup help over the summer, right? Because you don't want to burn that guy out, man. Like, he's too good for that. So anyway, hopefully they get something figured out there. But yeah, Oilers didn't really make any moves. They've got the fucking Desharnais for Davidson, and that was, I think it was a decent trade. Like, you're probably gonna lose, like everyone's saying, you're probably gonna lose Davidson anyway. He's a decent young defenseman, serviceable at least, and he hasn't been quite the same since his injury and coming back. But yeah, I mean, you might end up losing him to fucking Vegas anyway. So why not, right? You already got your defenseman that you're going to keep, let's be honest. And so yeah, you know, try to hang on to the best of that. And you got a fucking third line center out of it, so it ain't all bad. At least he got a fucking spot. Davidson might not even get any more games this year. So other than that, I'm sad. I was kind of hoping Iggy would go to fucking Edmonton. That would have been awesome to see. I don't know why he went to LA, because I don't even think they're going to make the playoffs. They might squeak in on a wild card, but I'd be surprised, because they got fucking Bishop too. Like, I mean, LA kind of went for it a little bit, but they usually do. And Ottawa got fucking Burrows, which was a surprise, but we'll see. And yeah, I got nothing else to fucking talk about. I'm just fucking blah, 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 blah. I'll make the next video better, I promise. Anyway, yeah, love you guys. Have a good fucking night. Peace.